Thanks to Todd Love, we have the absolute pleasure of reading Geek. This was a page turner for sure.
Oh yeah, once I started, I couldn't put it down.
Same. Okay, so what is a geek anyways?
Well, from what I heard, typically a geek is a person who's incredibly smart and likes to play on the computer all day.
So you. Well, what about this version of a geek?
So traditionally, I guess you could say before technology, a geek was typically, it was a sideshow attraction and a freak show. These caravans would go around and show like the mysterious wonders of medical malformations and shit like that. And a geek was an individual was typically, they had like a mental instability and they didn't know any better, so they would perform these grotesque acts. I mean, most common one you probably saw was an individual eating like the head of a live chicken or something.
Now, Geek is set in the woods somewhere pretty far out, like outside of civilization, where a father, William, is raising his 2 children. They hardly ever have anything to eat, and at the beginning of the story, his teenage daughter gets really, really sick. They don't know what's going on with her, something unknown, so he sends his son out to find Mr. Barker. Now, this is a man of special interest, so he has to know what's going on, right?
I would hope so. Their son Eric was a good kid from the start. I mean, he immediately grabs the payment, runs through the woods during a nasty thunderstorm just to find Mr. Barker. So anyway, Eric takes Mr. Barker back to the house where his sister is on the bed. She's just writhing in agony, and turns out she wasn't entirely sick. She was pregnant.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, so she was raped by this asshole and knocked her up, and naturally the father's pissed about it, so don't worry, Molly. The rapist got his. You see, William took care of him.
Ooh, what did he do?
Oh, what did he do, Molly?
Oh, just an axe to the neck, and then to the chest, cut his heart out, and chop that motherfucker up.
Bye.
You see my karate chop? This is a real axe, though. All right, now Mr. Barker is clearly there to take care of this pregnant girl. So what does he do? He calls Geek with the flit of a tin whistle. Now, a geek is described as a tall, long-fingered being with long, black, matted hair just covering this entire being. There wasn't much to see until it was time to push.
Ooh, yeah, so while Catherine's pushing that baby out, Geek's mouth opens into this gaping maw with razor-sharp teeth. And then, just as she's giving birth, he chomps on the baby's head. This is how our author Todd describes this. 3 rows of razor-sharp fangs bit into the flesh of the infant's skull. The soft protective shell cracked under pressure. White enamel severed veins, airways, vocal cords, and sunk into gray matter. The child never made a sound. That's probably for the best.
Yeah. Now, Geek waited as Catherine pushed out the afterbirth. This was his reward. The sack was sucked into his mouth. Juices of mother and child washed over his tongue and down his throat. Geek's head rolled backward, allowing the macerated sack to slide down his throat.
Yum.
I mean, have you had oysters?
Yeah, I can see
A little bit
that.
of lemon, a little bit of hot sauce. Down the hatch it goes.
Yeah,
No chewing required.
Yeah. So, let me get this straight. So, Geek straight up just eats the baby and then pieces out. Like, he just leaves.
Yep. It's like, bye.
You got what you wanted.
I mean,
Everybody wins.
I don't mean to dine and dash, but...
Well, I mean, like, he got what he wanted. She got what she wanted. She doesn't have to worry about looking at a rapist baby every day. And
He's like, back to the forest I go.
and he goes, bye. As you can see, like, it's been like a couple of weeks now, and it's like, these stories I read, they stick with you. That's how good they are.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this shit so much.
I was trying to think of like a witty thing to say to that. Like some kind of like venereal disease that doesn't leave you, but I have nothing.
Like gonorrhea?
Yeah, but you can get rid of that. You can't get rid of these stories.
What about herpes?
Oh, that shit's with you for life.
Like, you can treat herpes, but you always got the virus in you. These stories are like herpes.
Yeah. 2 girls, 1 story. One of these days I'm gonna fuck up and say cup. I already fucking know.
Do you like your babies extra crispy?
Can I get that extra crispy?
Original recipe.
I like the Japanese panko.
Ooh. So you would eat a fetus. Use my fetus. It's like moving it around with you.
Here's my fucking
She
fetus.
throws it at you and then just like a scorpion and get over here.
Get over here. Mortal Kombat.